Initiating system.
Are you tired of using an assault rifle and an SMG? Why not combine both to have a good weapon? Well, there's a good choice for that. The light machine guns. They have good rates of fire, they're pretty good at a medium to semi-long range, and they always hold some really good damage. Today, we're going to review the first one that you get, and that is the M249 SAW. The M249 SAW is also known as the FN Minimi and was made by Belgium's FN Hestal. It was designed in 1976 to have a support role and having to have volumes of fire of a machine gun while having the accuracy of an assault rifle. This weapon was adopted in 1982 by the US military and was used in every conflict since then. The weapon is now starting to show some age right now and is starting to be used by the M27 IAR due to its weight of 22 pounds and its age since it was made in 1976. Damage-wise, this thing is the lowest within the class. The M249 SAW needs 4 body shots to kill, and 3 when it comes to the head. Range-wise, there is no penalty range when it comes to this weapon. With 4 shots, you will be needing up to close to even long ranges, and 3 when it comes to the head. Penetration-wise, it is high, like all the other LMGs in total as well. The M249 SAW loses all of its lost ground when it comes to the rate of fire. It is the highest within the LMG category, and one of the highest within the game, at 937 rounds per minute. And this will be able to kill all your opponents within a quick amount of time, along with the moderate damage. And with double tap, it is a monstrous 1250 rounds per minute. Hipfire, however, is going to be high, which means you will be able to kill people not as good when it comes to a point blank range. So do be warnful when using these LMGs, as they are not good when it comes to the hipfire, or either at point blank range. Recoil, however, is a mixed bag. You will have mild recoil at first, and then eventually the recoil will be moderate. In long terms, you aren't going to be killing people within a long range. You will have to mix it up to close to medium range. Switch times, however, are slow, like all the LMGs, at 350 milliseconds. Switch times aren't as bad, with 250 milliseconds down and 660 milliseconds up. Your movement speed, however, is the slowest in class, along with the other LMGs, at 87.5% with the maximum base speed. Magazine capacity, like the other LMGs, are excellent. With this LMG and with the others, you will start with 100 rounds. 100 rounds is enough to kill 3, 4, or even 7 people without even starting to reload. The starting supply, however, you start with another 100 rounds, which means you will start with 200 rounds in total. But do be warned, the LMGs are well known for their long reloads, and the M249 SAW is luckily not the lowest, but it's still indeed long, at 6.45 seconds. Our class idea is going to be based on endurance, and to be a close range attacker and defender. With it, you're going to be using it to defend and attack objectives, and to be good at close to medium range. And we're going to be using endurance, explosives, and speed within our cause, and even good at a point blank range as possible. But before we get to the class, we do need to look on our attachments. There are 2 attachments that you can really use within this build. The first one being the all-usual red dot sight. The M249 SAW has obstructive iron sights and are not going to be good when it comes to a long range. But with the red dot sight, you are going to be good within the close to medium range, and even using the long range with a good trigger finger, as long as the recoil is not too moderate. But at close second is the grip. Although you do have to sacrifice perk 1, you will still have to use those obstructive iron sights to even get to a good range. But with the grip, you are going to be able to have reduced recoil and will be good at even a long range. So that we're assuming that you're using the red dot sight, we are going to be heading to perk 1. And with our first perk choice, we are going to be heading to the C4x2 perk. With this, you'll be able to be equipped with 2 deadly explosives. And with the C4, you'll be able to defend objectives with 1 explosive at a time, or you can use both to expand your explosive radius. With the C4 as well, use it when you're behind cover, or behind a wall, or behind a window in a tall building, and you'll be able to kill people within above, or you can also use the explosive radius on cars and barrels to increase the explosive radius. But if that doesn't work, if you want to use a different perk, then Bandolier can be a good second. With Bandolier, you will be having 2 other magazines as well, and it will extend your fun and to keep more ammo in check due to the voracious appetite of this weapon. When it comes to perk 2, however, we are going to be using Endurance, and there is one big use when it comes to Endurance. Juggernaut, what it does, in case of other newer Call of Duty people, what it does is it extends your health and you'll be able to take more hits than usual. Just do be warned that you will be cancelled out when it comes to if your opponent uses Stopping Power or Sonic Boom. But if that doesn't help, then use Sleight of Hand, because the reload is very long and it will be taking a second shorter or 2 in order to get back into the fight. When it comes to hipfire, there is only one option. Steady aim will help you with your decreased hipfire and will make it more comfortable to that of an assault rifle. And with the assault rifle hipfire, you will be able to kill more people than that of the usual LMG hipfire. SMGs and shotguns do have the better hipfire, but with the LMGs and the high rate of fire, this can be pretty useful if you're caught by surprise. But if you don't like that, Deep Impact will definitely help. The penetration is already high, but if you want to make it much higher and use less bullets, then that will be the best choice. Another idea is to equip the smoke grenade when it comes to distraction or escapes, or even to lure enemies if you're in a prepared position, and once they come out of that smoke, you will be killing people left and right with your voracious rate of fire. The M249 SAW has the highest rate of fire within the category. No other LMG comes even close to that, and the RPD and the M60 don't even have a candle compared to the M249 SAW. The rate of fire is also one of the highest within the game, as mentioned earlier, and will have a quick time to kill along with the moderate rate of fire. It is really good when it comes to a medium range, and if you have a good trigger finger, it will be good to a semi-long range as well. And unlike the other guns, this weapon has no penalty whatsoever, so you will be killing within 4 to 3 shots depending on where you hit. The M249 SAW does have some long drawbacks. Speaking of long, it does have a long reload. Unlike the other 2 LMGs, it does have a long reload that will get you killed if you don't have support. And with slow handling, it doesn't make it fast as well. You are going to be pretty slow when it comes to it, and is usual within the LMG category. But the LMG also is not really good at a long range. With the moderate recoil, you are going to be losing your grip when it comes to the longer range, but you will be pretty good when it comes to the medium range. Overall, this weapon is a pretty good spray and pray LMG, and is usually underestimated compared to the M60 and the RPD. With this squad assault weapon, there is nothing mini about this mini-me design. It will tell anyone that is in its path. And if you are equipping the M249 SAW, I do suggest sawing your enemies into pieces. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to vote, rate, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and be sure to look at my Facebook page down below. Within our next episode, we are going to be looking at the first shotgun that you unlock, the W1200 pump action shotgun. Until then, GalacticStorm saying, keep charging, bitches.